The biggest question I get is how my aim is so good on controller. From people thinking I'm hacking or using a Zen, but I'm not. They just don't know the secret tips, techniques, and the settings I use to have aimbot aim. So today I'm exposing everything, how I have such good aim on controller, how to edit faster, and how you can improve 10 times quicker. First, I'll be breaking this video down into 3 different parts, and the first part we'll be talking about is the most important settings you have to have on, off, or tweak to improve so much quicker. Starting off with dead zone, which is the most important setting to having aimbot aim and to edit faster. Now if you have no stick drift on controller, put your dead zone between 5 through 9. The lower your dead zone is, the better your aim would become, but not all players can have low dead zones because their controller has a bunch of stick drift. Now if you have a little bit of stick drift on controller, this is what I use because I have a bit of stick drift. Put your dead zone between 10 through 13. Now if you have a lot of stick drift on controller, put your dead zone between 13 through 15, but don't put it anything higher because you're just going to be so stiff and your editing is going to be horrible, especially your aim. And your left trigger release and right trigger release, just keep it on 25%. The second setting I want to talk about is the setting how I have such good aim on controller, and it's 80 slow horizontal speed and 80 slow vertical speed. Now this is a setting where you can track enemies at the sky literally without missing one shot. I never really tweaked around with the setting. I've always had it on 9.9 because that was the best, but if you want to try 8 or 7, you could if you want. Your aim might be even better than mine, so you could try if you want, but 9.9 is the best. Trust me, this setting is the most important setting out of everything else I'm going to be talking about. Scope speed multiplier is another important setting to having good aim with scoped weapons only though. For example, let's just say you have a veiled SMG. Once you scope in that SMG with the scope on it, it's how fast or slow you're looking around. So the slower the setting is, the better your aim would become. I have it on 0.95 right now, but I always tweak it between 0.95 to 0.75. Now that's really it for the settings part. If you guys want my full in-depth controller settings, I already made a video on that, so watch that video after this video. But now we're gonna get into the most important part of the video, and that's the controller techniques I do to have such good aim. If you guys realize in any of the gameplay in this video, I'm always crouching and spam crouching. One, I'm always crouching while I'm shooting at an opponent from a far distance, and 2, I'm always spam crouching while I'm fighting someone close range. That's because you always want to make sure you're crouching and spam crouching while you're fighting an opponent, and this is something I don't see nobody doing but myself. Spam crouching is so overpowered. I don't understand why most people don't do it, because 1, when you're fighting an opponent close range and you spam crouch, it's going to be harder for them to hit you. 2, your aim is going to be way more accurate, and 3, you're just going to win every single fight doing this. Don't ever slide in fights. Only jump when you have to. I rarely jump. It's only a couple times, but I rarely ever jump. There's like a 0.1 chance I ever jump in a fight. The second technique I want you guys to learn is something I like to call the tap fire method. Let me explain it real quick. So as we know, the SCAR, the regular assault rifle have so much bloom on it, but there's an easy way to remove all the bloom. Basically, all you have to do is click RT or LT if you're on the PlayStation controller once or twice on the opponent, and then you want to shoot your weapon automatically. Once you do that, all your bloom is going to go away. I know it sounds too good to be true, but trust me, I've been doing this for years, and I also taught a bunch of subscribers this, and it helped them also. Third technique I want to teach you guys is how you can have no recoil with all the guns in Fortnite, because some guns have a bunch of recoil. So basically, when you hold your controller, I hold it normally just like this. When you shoot your weapon, you always want to click LT, so you scope in with your weapon, and then RT. And then while you're aiming with your right stick, you want to balance your left stick and put it a little bit down. Now there's one more technique I want to show you guys, and I think we all know it. It's something called LT spamming that used to be very broken back in the old Fortnite days. And for some reason in Fortnite chapter 7, it is even more broken. Basically, it's pretty simple to learn. All you gotta do is aim in, aim out, aim in, aim out, just like this. So you're basically spamming LT, RT, LT, RT. I think it's L2, R1 for PS5 and PS4 controllers. Now that you just did all the 5 techniques I showed you, you're never going to miss another shot. You're going to edit faster, and you're going to win all your fights. So you can just rank up faster and now improve 10 times quicker on control. But there's so many more tips I want to tell you guys in this video, and the last one is the most important one. But if any of the tips I told you so far helped you, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 100,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is in January. Thank you. Now we're gonna go back into our controller settings because as I said previously, spam crouching and crouching is very broken. But if you have optimal controller binds, you could edit faster and it will be way easier to spam crouch and crouch because it's kind of hard for some players. I play non-claw, non-paddle, so I hold my controller just regularly, and I'm assuming majority of you guys play non-claw, non-paddle. Let me know what you guys play on claw, paddles, or regular. So when you crouch, make sure your crouch button is binded to your right stick so you don't have to take your thumb off your joystick to crouch with A, for example. Because every single time as a controller player you take your two thumbs off your joystick, you're at a disadvantage. So make sure your crouch button is always that right stick. Your sprint button, I have binded to my D-pad because majority of players edit with left stick. So if you edit and sprint on the same bind, every time you would try to edit, it will just by accidentally make you sprint. So it'll just mess up your crosshair placement. So I have it binded to down on my D-pad. It's comfortable for me. So every single time I edit with left stick, I have to press down on my D-pad right here. So it's comfortable for me. So I'm used to it. My jump button is the problem. I have to take my thumb off my joystick to press jump. Now it's not that big of a deal because it's right next to my joystick. So it's fine. I can click it very fast. Another bind I want to talk about is switch mode / edit. This is basically a double editing bind. For example, I edit with left stick and I'm assuming majority of you guys edit with left stick too. Usually defaulted switch mode / edit is on B, which you don't want to have it on because you take out your builds with B. So having switch mode / edit on your right D-pad would remove all your delay while you're editing. Now for the simple build options, unbind all of it because you're not going to be using it. It is not good at all. Just unbind it because there was a bug in the beginning of chapter 7 where you couldn't even double edit, and if you unbind your simple build binds, you can double edit now. And I edit with left stick. Always edit with left stick. Don't edit with B unless you play claw. Now this might get some of you guys, but make sure you're playing on linear. I feel like if you're just playing on exponential, you're holding yourself back from improving on controller. Even though people say exponential gives you better aim, which it does, it's just too stiff of a sensitivity to edit fast with. But if you play zero builds, you could play exponential because you're not building or editing. That's the only thing you should be doing. But if you play mostly builds, play on linear. You would edit so much faster. One more thing I want to say is make sure you're always using a wired controller. This is literally scientifically proven. Wired controllers give you less delay compared to wireless controllers. The problem is with wireless controllers, it has so much input lag, it's not even funny. And you won't even realize it until you actually plug in a wire to your controller and actually just start playing around with it, and you will see there's no delay. Wired controllers give you less delay, it would help you edit faster, and it will give you better aim because you have no lag. I'm sorry for yapping so much. I'm just trying to help you guys like in detail to help you guys improve faster on controller in Fortnite. But again, if any of the tips helped you in this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could like this video, subscribe to me, and use supporter credit code XMAR2X in the item shop because I'm trying to buy my father a car and hit 100,000 subscribers by January 11th because that's the day of my birthday. I know I'm asking for a lot and I'm sorry if I am, so if you guys do any of that, thank you guys so much. If you guys want more tip videos like this, or if you guys struggle with anything else or want to see any more videos you guys want to see me make, let me know down in the comments and I'll make it for you guys.